and welcome to day 6 to improve your posture. My name is Inga Bentley and I'm going to be your instructor today. Today we're going to be using just a towel, and a regular household towel. You can use a bath towel or a beach towel or a bath mat. And we're going to just fold it into fourths and roll it up here. And as we do this, we're going to lay it across the mat. And we're going to bring ourselves down on top of it. So you want it to kind of hit just below your armpit here. So bend your knees and then roll yourself down here for a moment. And then open your arms out wide and keep your feet planted here. And as we do this, just feel this opening in your chest. Feel your chest broaden and feel your breath start to deepen. And this might be a little tight here in the ribs, in the chest, in the back. You might also feel it there, and breathe. Big breath in and big breath out. Big breath in and big breath out. Let's do one more deep breath just like this. Inhale and exhale. Feel your chest open. Feel your breath open. We're going to be working with this kind of chest and shoulders today. So just by starting with this passive move, which you can use a foam roller or even a rolled up yoga mat in the future if you want. The towel here gives you a little bit of space. And this is a great thing to do if you're feeling kind of exhausted and you feel like you've sat all day at your computer or kind of hunched over in the car. This is a great thing you can do just by laying right here. You can feel your chest opening and your spine kind of resetting. We're going to roll off the towel, and we're going to bring the towel out in front of us and roll back down to the ground, bend your knees, and I want you to bring your hands to the towel. Wrists are still underneath your shoulders, and I want you to pull the towel apart here so you feel your arms engage, and then pull your ribs into the ground. So thinking about if you were to have something sit on your ribs or on your stomach, you feel your spine here compress into the ground. And as you do this, you should feel your posture kind of improve. So you can retuck your chin and then keep your ribs down. And we're going to bring the arms all the way up and over. And then we're going to bring them back up. So you'll find a point here as we do this, bringing them over, of tension here where your ribs want to flare. Keep your back onto the ground as you come up and then as you come back. So we'll do a couple just like this. Bring it over and then back up. And then over and back up. And you should feel your shoulders working here. One more. Come over and then back up. And then you can stay just like this, or we're going to bridge our hips up, squeeze your glutes. And same thing, think about holding your ribs together as you bring that towel over. And this might be a little bit harder here on the shoulders, so you might not be able to go as far and then come back up. Yeah, come over and then come back up. We'll do 3 more just like this. Bring it over and then back up. Your shoulders might be burning by now. Your glutes might be burning now. Bring it over and then come back up. And then last one, bring it over. See if you can hold it over. See how far you can bring those arms up. Maybe not all the way to the ground here, but then reach your arms away from you just a little bit more. Feel the burn here. Bring the arms back up and then lower way down. Move the towel out of the way here. And I want you to take your feet wide, take your toes and drop your knees over to the right. Push your left knee forward and reach through those left fingertips just a little bit more here, and you'll feel this opening in your chest, feel this opening in your left side body. Awesome. Then bring your knees back through center, and we'll come all the way over to the left. Flex your toes and push your right knee forward. Feel this opening. Reach with those right fingertips. And then we'll come back to center, and we'll come all the way up and over to a tabletop. So a couple more things we're going to do here. Open up our spine. So shoulders stack over your wrists, hips over your knees. You can untuck your toes if that feels good. Draw your shoulder blades back. Keep your belly lifted. And then I just want you to drop and soften your chest, but don't lose your belly, so you're not coming to a cow pose. You're keeping your core engaged as you pull the shoulder blades back, almost like you're going to pop a balloon, and then come back to a neutral position. Then you'll draw back, and then you'll come to neutral. And we'll do this a couple more times. Drop back and come to neutral. So we're retracting the shoulders, drawing the shoulder blades back together. Awesome. 2 more like this. Drop back and then come together. Last one, keep that core engaged, so no dumping here in your low back. Come back to center, and then push into your hands. Come to a cat pose. Drop your chin, drop your gaze, and breathe. Awesome, then come back to neutral again. Lower down to your forearms this time. Tuck your toes under, and then in here. Bend your knees and walk. Is maybe knees. And then let's walk ourselves back to our downward facing dog. So tuck your toes up and then lift up for a down dog and take a little bit of a walk here, bending left and right. Breathing here, shaking out your hamstrings, out your head, and then walk your toes 2 inches here. Keep a bend into your knees and lift up your heels here. So we're not looking for our heels on the ground. And then push into your hands. I want you to shrug your shoulders up towards your ears and then relax them down. And then push into your hands, shrug your shoulders up and relax them down. Just a couple more times. Push and shrug. Relax down. Push and relax. One more. Push. And then relax the shoulder blades down. Step it forward, forward. Full body stretch, reach up. Think about taking forward first. Pull your ribs back, pull your glutes back. Can you protract through the shoulders? Reach them forward. And lift up. Take the back bend out of your lift. Lift the shoulders up towards your ears as we breathe. And then we'll hinge and fold. Step your right toes back. Lower to your knee. Tuck your toes. Low lunge. Let's bring our right hand to our low back here. Left hand to the back of the head and pull your head back. Maybe you stay right here. Really squeeze into those glutes to stabilize. Or see if you can work your left hand to your left shoulder. So we're in a little bit of a kind of a movement here. I'm going to turn forward and then lean back into your left shoulder, but keep your ribs pulling in and just take your gaze up to where the ceiling and the wall meet. So chin is still kind of tucked here, but you'll feel this nice big opening. Big breath in, big breath out. Awesome. Keep your left hand just like this. Bring yourself forward. Put your right hand down to the drop your ear towards your shoulder and then extend your left arm forward and you'll feel all this space here in your left side body. See if you can arch through your ribs. Feel your obliques engage. Awesome. We'll tuck our right toes under. Bring your left hand to your hip and open to the right for goddess pose. So hips are open wide. We're sinking low here. Take your arms out like a T. You're going to bend your elbows a little bit and then draw your shoulder blades back onto your back. And then come forward. So we're retracting those shoulders, pulling them back. You'll feel your pec muscles, feel your ribs engage, and then come forward. Try not to flare through your ribs. You're not moving your belly here. Keep the core engaged as you draw the shoulder blades back. Awesome. 2 more like this. Draw back, and then down. Awesome. Back, and then forward. 1 more. Back, and then forward. Bring your hands to your hips. We're going to turn to the front. Step it forward. Right leg. Left hand comes to your right knee. Maybe you stay like this for balance, or take your right arm back behind you. Gaze can stay forward, and we're just going to backstroke the arm. This adds a little bit of a balance challenge here, getting into those ribs, getting into your chest. Think about reaching those right fingertips as far back as you can. You'll feel even more of a chest opening. Awesome. 2 more like this. Last one. Reach your right arm as far back as you can and hold. We're going to take a big step to the right for some side lunges. Let's start with our hands on our hips. So pushing our butt back, really opening up those feet, getting into those glutes, getting into those hips. So we're working wholly here. And then if this feels okay, you can bring opposite hand down. So as you come to the front towards the left leg, right hand comes down, left arm reaches up. And then we'll switch. Left hand to the back, right arm reaches up. Feel this lift. Try not to lift your hand back behind you, but think about reaching your fingertips up towards the sky. So still opening through that thoracic spine, through that chest. The thoracic spine is that middle part of your spine. Couple more here. Reach, and then switch, reach, and then switch. 1 more. Reach, And then switch. Let's come back to the front. Lower to your back. Step our foot back here. Bring our left hand to the back of our head here. Push your hand into your head and then open your too far. And then turn your left open to the left. Come back to neutral. Feel your right shoulder working. Feel your core. Awesome. 2 more. Open and close. One open. Close. Thread your left arm underneath your shoulder. Come down onto your shoulder if it feels okay. And then maybe section. Yeah. In and then pull your left out, and we're going to lower down to our belly. So a little bit more here in the arms. Bring the arms out like a cactus. Bring your forehead down, and we're just going to lift and then lower each elbow. Make sure the elbow stays in line with the shoulder here. We want to work that shoulder as much as we can. And then as you lift, see if you can pause at the top and then a slow lower. Push your pubic bone down so your glutes are still on, core is still on as we're working here. Awesome. 2 more. Awesome. Last one. And then try lifting both arms up and hold. Push your forehead down. Push your pubic bone down. Lift your arms up a little bit higher. Lower back down. Press back, downward facing dog. Awesome. Slide your toes in again. A little bit further than you would normally. Put the weight into your hands here and then shrug your shoulders. Awesome. Find that space here in your shoulders. Should feel a little bit easier. Should glide a little bit easier here on your back. 1 more shrug. Step it forward, forward fold. Reach forward as you come up. Round through your shoulders. Pull your sternum back. Your glutes, and then lift the ribs up. Feel this nice big stretch. You should grow 2 inches taller as we're here. Bring the hands to the ground. The left toes back. Lower to the knee. You can untuck the toes as we come up for a low lunge. Bring your left hand to your low back. Right hand to the back of your head here and pull your hand back into your head. Open your elbow out and you'll feel more engagement here. Now, slide your hand, either keep it here or slide it to your shoulder. If your hand comes to your shoulder, lift your right elbow up and then start to lean back. Push your pubic bone back. Squeeze those glutes, start to gaze up where the ceiling and the wall meet. Yeah, so it's just a slight lean back and you should feel your ribs still integrated, core still on, glutes still on. Keep your hand like this, come forward, bring your left hand to the ground. Take that turn to the right, drop your ear towards your shoulder, and then extend your right arm. Yeah, how are your shoulders feeling? Mine are feeling nice and juicy now. Mainly because I recorded this already, and then it got deleted on my computer. So, hopefully your day's going better than mine. Bring the right hand to the hip, tuck your back toes under, and we'll open to the side. Back again for goddess pose. Take the arms forward, and then squeeze the shoulder blades back. Keep the ribs integrated and come forward. Squeeze back and come forward. Squeeze back. Maybe you can sink a little bit lower. Come forward. 2 more. Squeeze back and come forward. Last one. Squeeze back and come forward. Hands to your hips. Turn to the front. Step and lift the left leg. Left knee, left arm reaches behind. If it feels okay, you can start to circle that arm. Yeah, really reach through those fingertips. Feel this lift. Feel this lengthen. Really reach as far back as you can. Awesome. 1 more. Awesome. Reach the left fingertips as far back as you can. And then take that step to the left. Side lunges, moving from side. Option to add that twist here. So opposite hand, opposite foot. You're reaching for the sky. Getting a nice big chest open. Awesome. 3, 2, 1. Turn back to the front. Lower to your left knee. Slide the right foot back. So we're back into that tabletop. Right hand comes to the back of the head. Press your hand back into your head and then open to the right. Come back to center and then open to the right. Come to center and open to the right. Awesome. 2 more. Open and close. Last one. Open. Thread your right arm underneath. Come down onto that shoulder. Walk your left hand forward. Your right hand in. And then let's lower back down to our belly. This time, walk your fingertips out. So your fingertips are on the ground here. Elbows are over your wrists here. Elbows are in line with the shoulders though here. So we're at a 90-90-90. And then squeeze your shoulder blades back. So retract your shoulders, push your pubic bone down. And then you can stay like this. So this might be enough of a chest opener. Or you can start to lift your head here. See if you can relax your head as you keep the shoulder blades pulling back. And you'll feel this nice big cervical flexor stretch. Awesome. One more big breath. And then we'll lower our head back down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and press yourself back up to a table. Slide your knees in here. So knees stay over your hips. And then walk your hands as far forward as you want. Instead of we're coming to a puppy pose. So instead of melting through your chest, keep your ribs engaged. So you keep a tall spine even as you come forward. So you notice here, I'm not sinking into my chest or into my belly. My core is still engaged. Your back is still really long. Maybe you stay lifted like this, or maybe you can still work the head down, but keep the ribs pulling back. And as you do so, you'll feel your pec muscles open just a little bit more. You're getting more in the chest instead of kind of in the low back and in the belly, if that makes sense. Breathe. Awesome. Slowly walk your hands up. And then we'll come to a seat, and we're going to grab that towel again. So you're going to take your towel that was rolled up, and this time you're going to unroll it. So we're still in the fourths here, and you're going to fold it in half. And then you want to roll it in whatever way is going to make the largest amount of a towel roll here. So this is as big as mine can get. Again, you can use a foam roller, you can grab a block, or you can also roll up your yoga mat here. But we're going to set it across again, and we're going to lay back just like we started here. This is how we're going to end our class. So if you need to take some more time, you're more than welcome to here in this pose. You can always pause the video, but we're going to bring ourselves down onto our shoulders, onto this towel, and if it feels like too much, you can bring your hands back behind your head to support your head. Or if you can, try to bring your head all the way down. And then if it's too much on your shoulders, you can cross your arms just like this, or keep them open here and kind of settle in. So I like to think about that shell chocolate that we sometimes use for ice cream that you pour over the and it forms to the shape of it. So I want you to think about opening and melting your chest into the towel. And you can keep your legs just like this bent. You can extend them out. A butterfly, so bring your feet together to open your hips if your hips are feeling okay. Or you can feet wide and knock the knees together. And we'll close our eyes and remove the tongue from the top of your mouth. And take a deep breath in. And an open mouth exhale. See if you can sink into your body, sink into your mat, and breathe. Feeling everything right here, right now. Nice and relaxed. Stay here as long as you want or as little as you want. See if you can relax your muscles, relax your thoughts, and breathe. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, your head and your neck. If your knees aren't bent, you'll bend them now. Over to a side. Take one of your arms up and just roll yourself over off the towel. Kind of lay back down here for a second. Slowly press yourself back up. And we'll come up real seated nice and tall. And just kind of roll your shoulders for a second. See if you can pull your ribs back a little bit as you grow 1 more inch taller. And we'll bring our hands to our heart. We'll end with 1 more big breath. Inhale. And exhale. Thank you so much for sharing day 6 with me. I hope you're feeling great, and I'm hoping you're having a great day. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and share with a friend.